Hello, welcome to this week's Yin. Hope you're well and you're really dedicated to give this time of pause to yourself, to your body, to your mind, just pressing that reset button. It's necessary every once in a while. And it's a great treat you're giving to yourself. So treat it like a treat and allow your body to find a comfortable position where you are. Allowing the body to rest, finding the floor underneath. Making sure that as you're lying down, you're comfortable. There's no tension, there's no holding. There's not an idea in your mind to do it right. Your one and only goal for now is to make sure you're comfortable. And that can take many shapes and forms. We're so different. So find what is good for you right now. And just stay there, fully supported from the ground underneath. And we're going to start with those points of contact. That's a very crucial step for those sessions, to identify and to trust your support from the ground. So just finding those points and think of your weight releasing through those points and all the way down to the ground underneath. If you're lying down, you've got the back of the head, back of the shoulders, back of the rib cage, back of the pelvis, areas along the back of the legs. And if you're sitting, you've got the sitting bones and surfaces along the sides of the legs. If you're sitting against the wall, you also have the back of the head, maybe the back of the rib cage. So whichever position that is for you, just identify those points of contact. Allow the weight to release through those points. And make sure you're not holding anything. Completely letting go. And once you've secured that support and your brain is sort of tuned into that, We can start scanning down through the body all the way from the head, coming down towards the toes. And as you're scanning through, you're noticing any tension, any holding, anything that you could do a bit less, maybe. Any release. Trying to be present within your body. And once you've scanned down and your body's relaxed and quiet, and you're fully aware of all the messages that the body's sending you right now, you can shift the attention to the breath. Finding the expansion as you're breathing in, finding a sense of release as you're breathing out. Breathing in, expanding. Breathing out, release. And for the breath, just start tuning into the changes in shape as you're breathing in and out. So finding the breath within the body as you're opening and releasing when you're breathing in and out. And stay with the breath. Just tuning in with that flow. And whenever the mind wanders, just bring it back. Back to the breath, back to the flow, back to the always changing. And we're going to go and introduce the triangular breath, holding 4 counts for each section of the breath. Breathing in, holding in between, and the breathing out. So just taking your time and breathing out fully, emptying the lungs. And we can start together. If at any point you feel like you're suffocating, just pause and carry on with your own pace. Just make sure that all sections of the breath are equal in length. So breathing out. And there we go. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. Hold. Out. In. Hold. Out. And just leave the triangular breath for now and carry on to your regular pace. And we're just going to use the triangular breath throughout the session today. So finding your breath where you are and start waking up the body. Introducing some movement to your fingers and toes, hands and feet. Stretching arms, stretching legs, opening, twisting, turning, expanding. Just allowing your whole body to come back to a sort of semi-active condition. And eventually just go ahead and bring both knees all the way in, close to your chest, giving them a hug. Breathe in. And on the exhale, lifting the head, bring your forehead close to your knees, knees close to your forehead. Coming as small as you can. Getting that lovely stretch along the back of your neck. Nice, and we're letting it release. Letting the head fall down, holding on to the right leg, letting the left leg extend out and away. Nice. And let's go for the same, just to the right leg now. So inhale, and with the exhale, we're going to lift the head, forehead coming up to your right knee. And you can think of keeping your left foot pointed, holding there for 3. And 2. And 1, breathing in. On the exhale, you're letting it release, coming all the way back down. Nice, and let's go for our first twist. So from there, left hand coming to your right knee. And we're gonna roll over to the left side. So right knee touches down to the left, right arm opens to the right. And you can either place something under your right shoulder if it's floating, or it feels like you're holding it a lot. Or you can place something under your right knee to give it some extra support there. Either way, just allow the eyes to gently roll to the right and start observing the body in this new position. Observe the new points of contact. Observe the new dynamic. And observe how the body gradually eases and softens. And once your body has become a bit more comfortable in this place here, we can add a triangular breath. And we're going to go for 5 triangular breaths. I'm going to guide through the first 2, and then the next 3 are for you. So emptying the air, breathing out. Now let's go together, breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Carry on for 3 breaths. Very nice. Take a nice deep breath when you finish. And on the exhale, softly, we're bringing everything back. Both knees coming all the way in close to your chest. Inhale. With the exhale, we're lifting the head. Forehead coming up towards your knees. And with the exhale, we're releasing. Holding onto the left leg. Bring your knee as close to your body as possible. Letting your right leg extend. Maybe pointing the right foot. Squeezing that left knee in. Inhale. And with the exhale, we're lifting the head. Forehead close to the left knee. Breathing in. With the exhale, we're letting the head release. And we're going to turn over to the other side. So right hand on the outside of your left knee. Now we're going to turn to the right, left knee coming all the way down towards the ground, left arm opening to the left, and you can place something under your left knee or under your left shoulder. And letting the eyes look over to the left, letting the whole body find a nice release. Start with the observation, finding the new points of contact, finding the new sort of tensions and dynamics in the body. Find your new space. And you can start observing the breath in your regular pace to begin with. Just notice how it affects the body, how it changes it, how it shifts it, how it helps you go deeper. And whenever you're ready, let's go for the 5 triangular breaths. Start by emptying all the air out and breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. Carry on 3 more. Nice and slowly concluding your cycle. And with the exhale softly, bring it all the way back to the center. Knees coming all the way in. Inhale, And with the exhale, we're lifting the head, forehead coming in towards your knees, becoming small. For 3, and 2, and 1, perfect. And from there, just very, very gently roll all the way over to one side and come and bring it over to your table pose on all fours, finding your hands and knees onto the ground. Nice. Start by spreading the fingers wide. You want to create a good foundation there. Nice. Making sure that the whole hand is receiving weight equally. And let's start little circles here, just making sure we're warming up the wrists and hands equally. So gentle circles, just adding weight to your hands. Good for 3. And 2. And 1, maybe the other way around. 3. And 2. And 1. Perfect. I'm just kind of finding center. And from there, let's go for the cat-cow. So inhale, letting the pelvis drop, eyes turning to look out. Exhale, taking the tail, sending your whole back. Inhale, opening, looking out. Exhale, back goes back. Inhale, opening, looking out. Exhale, back goes back. 3 more of those. Inhale, open. Exhale, back goes back. Inhale, opening. Exhale, back goes back. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, back goes back. Nice. Coming, finding center where you are. Pelvis on top of the knees. So let's go for the salutation to the earth. Bring your forearms down. Pelvis stays up. And from there, just start walking your hands as far out as it feels comfortable. Letting either your forehead, chin, or side of the head touch down. And your aim here is to really allow the shoulders to let go and melt so that the chest can release through. Taking a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, we're just going to walk it back. Nice. Great. Taking the toes under. Just softly bring your knees off the ground. And from there, bringing your right knee in, right behind your right wrist. And we're going to start sliding that left leg back. Setting up for a half pigeon. Here, the smaller the angle on your right knee, the easier and the softer for your joint. Now, the more you're opening that angle and you're bringing your shin parallel to the mat, to the top of the mat, the more you'll feel it, the deeper the stretch. So find where you are. Find a place that feels sort of challenging, but feels like you can sustain it for a bit. And find your balance here. Make sure you're not leaning entirely to the right. So there's an equal weight between the two. Let your left leg extend towards the back. Think of your spine lengthening. And on your next inhale, just think of the chest opening, eyes gently looking up. As you're doing that, make sure you're not pushing the head all the way back. You want that space on the back of the neck. And hold it. Very nice. Take a deep breath. And now as you exhale softly, we're going to start walking the hands forwards towards the top of the mat. And you can either stay there with your hands sort of further away from your body and your arms extended. You can either bend the elbows here. And from there, you can start releasing the head and falling forwards, folding forwards. And as you're coming down, make sure that your head will land on a solid surface. And that can be the floor underneath, but it can be your hands, it can be your fists, it could be any other external prop that you're using today. It can be a yoga block, a couple of books, anything, like a rolled blanket, your old jacket, or a shoebox, anything you've got, anything that is the right height for now. And first find your connection to the ground. Find your support from the ground. Allow the weight to release through, knowing that we tend to hold on to areas of the body that are completely unnecessary. So just check in for a moment. And whenever you're ready, let's go for the 5 triangular breaths, emptying the air and breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. Carry on 3 more. slowly completing your cycle. And on the next exhale, softly start coming up, walking your hands back. Nice. And we're going to open up the chest again. Think of your shoulders opening. Again, eyes looking up. A bit more comfortable, a bit more confident this time, a bit more spacious. Holding it for 3. And 2. And 1. Inhale. As we exhale, we release. Right hand coming down onto the floor, shifting the weight over to the right so that you can bring your left leg forwards. Nice. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, knees opening to the side in the diamond shape. And again, we're going to release forwards. You can use any props, placing them somewhere along your feet to make sure that your head stays supported. So lengthening where you are, and exhale, coming down. And that's 5 breaths, triangular breaths. Starting with the first 2, and then you carry on the next 3. Breathing out completely. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Carry on next 3. Nice, gently conclude. Take a deep breath. And on the exhale, softly rolling up, vertebra by vertebra. Nice. Crossing the legs where you are, and come and roll over to the table. Nice. And from here, again, gently lifting your knees. And this time, bring the left knee to the front. Let it rest right behind your left wrist. And let the right leg extend. Again, find the perfect condition for you for that left shin. Again, the more you open the angle, so the more your left shin comes parallel to the top of the mat, the more the stretch increases on your left thigh. So just find what feels good right now, what feels challenging, but yet sustainable. And let the shoulders release. Softly opening the chest. Think of that right side of the pelvis rolling down, so you're even where you are. Always careful for the back of the neck. And the idea here is to keep lengthening through the spine. You're not trying to crush the back. So it's all about the length. At the very end, we're just opening a bit the chest. And the eyes follow. And breathing in. And on the exhale, we're going to start walking the hands forwards towards the top of the mat. And you can either stay there, somewhere midway through. From there, we can start bending the elbows if it feels right. We can bring the forearms all the way down. And from there, we can start releasing the head. And just taking a moment and allowing the body to adjust to the new condition. And whenever you're ready, let's start those 5 deep triangular breaths. Emptying the air out. Breathing in. Hold. Out. In. Hold. Out. Carry on 3 more. And softly concluding. And with the exhale, next exhale, just start walking your hands back. Again, gently opening the chest, opening the shoulders, eyes turning to look up. Finding your balance here. And exhale, release. Left hand coming down, shifting the weight over to the left so we can swing the right leg to the front. Let both legs extended in front of you. Inhale, arms will reach up. And on the exhale, we're going to come all the way down. Seated forward fold. Allow the back to stay rounded, your knees to stay soft if they want to. And find a way to keep the head supported. We're going to stay here.
Let's go for 5 deep triangular breaths, emptying out completely. And let's go breathing in, hold, out, breathing in, hold, out. Carry on 3 more. Very nice. Breathing in. And on the exhale, softly start rolling the body back. And just taking a moment with the legs extended, keeping your hands on either side of the body, opening the chest, softening the chest. Think of the shoulders opening too, eyes looking right in the front, spine lengthening, sitting bones balancing, and just holding it there. Very nice. Breathing in, and on your exhale, letting the whole body release and coming all the way down to a lying down position, making sure that you're comfortable to complete the practice with a nice relaxation. Allowing the body on the ground, fully supported. Let it expand, let it open. And first, just go ahead and check in with your points of contact. Allowing the weight to fall through. Start scanning down through the body, noticing if there's any tension, if there's any holding, anything that you could let go of.
And from there, just finding the breath again. Soft, gentle, effortless. And stay with that rhythm for the next minute or so. Just really tuning in to your own rhythm. And allow your body, your mind to be affected by this softness. Feeling the breath moving through the body, feeling that effortlessness. And just taking that with you as you gradually start bringing the body back any way you find fit. Maybe moving fingers, toes, arms, legs, or just gently scanning mentally through. And whenever you're ready, just rolling over to one side and coming all the way up to sitting. Finding the sitting bones, finding your back, that sense of length through the spine, width across the chest, between the shoulders. And inhale, arms rising up, reaching, opening, expanding. Exhale, finding center, hands to chest. Inhale, opening eyes, minds, hearts. And thank you very, very much for joining today. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll see you next time.